All right, Top Billin, we got to show some love to the greatest of all time, Jerry Rice, the best professional route runner, I believe, in the history of the sport. And I don't think he's getting that type of credit these days from these casual fans. I even had a casual fan come on the channel and completely disrespect Jerry Rice, in my opinion, by saying that he believed that Julio Jones was miles better than Jerry Rice or something that I'm paraphrasing or whatever like that, man. Y'all know me. I love some Julio Jones. That's my dude. But come on, man. We can't do that to Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was a damn animal. Now, check this out right here. Look at this route running, right? These one-on-ones from the practice. I remember getting a tape of this when I was a little kid. And I used to watch this shit all the damn time, man. I know some of you cats out there probably got it as well. Y'all remember this? Look at this. Look at this. This is what I call a seamless transition. This is the style of route running. A lot of people like to talk about Jerry Jeudy, right? And they like his extra, we'll call it the extra gather phase that he does when he's running a route, right? That's great and all, but there's multiple ways to run routes and get the game. The name of the game is to get separation. Now look at this. This man put a touch and go technique on Jerry Rice right here. He fought through that, got an inside release, right? Pushed it upfield, made it look like it was vertical until it wasn't. Now look at this, a seamless transition, not having to gather. Now look at that. He left this man in the dust. He kept running vertical for at least for another 2 steps while Jerry transitioned here. That's how you run a damn route, man. Nasty. Look at the separation, right? Social distancing at its best. All right, now check this out, right? Running an out route, an out-breaking route, pushes it vertical as well. Boom, look at him. Look at him work back towards the line, like working down the line of scrimmage, they call it, right? Working down the line of scrimmage. But guess what he does, right? A lot of people flatten this out. He works back towards the ball. Works back towards the ball, right? What does that do? That cuts down on distance and time for your quarterback. Distance and time that the ball is in the air. That is some fantastic route running by the GOAT right there. And you got to give it up for the little nuances that you see and stuff like that. Oh, look at that. Pushing it vertical, going against Eric Davis, the great Eric Davis, right? Boom. Look at that. You cannot transition with this dude like that. Very few could, right? Deion used to do a pretty good job with him, but they had their battles there, and I'm going to do something on that a little bit later. But look at him work towards the ball. That further creates distance and separation. So I'm gonna do much more on Jerry Rice and some of these routes right here, and we'll go through that on another content item. But I showed that to show this, right? My man DeVonta Smith from Alabama has a lot of Jerry Rice in him, right? Seamless transitions, no gathers. DeVonta Smith is a monster, right? I think he's going to come back next year. He already killed it last year. He's going to destroy it this year. Him and Jamar Chase and a few others out there, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rondell Moore, Justin Ross. You got Ross himself. All these guys, man. Some great receivers coming back. But, man, the creme de la creme, man. It could be DeVonta Smith versus Jamar Chase. Let's see what DeVonta Smith is working with in the route running department. All right, I want you to see right here, 3-by-1 formation. We got DeVonta Smith as the ISO X receiver going against A.J. Terrell here, right? Now watch him create separation on this slant pass. Oh, nasty. Look at that. Outside release to an inside breaking route. All right, let's check it out a little bit closer. All right, notice the seamless transitions just like Jerry Rice, right? You're going to see him take this little jab step to the outside just because he wants to create a little bit of space to be able to push this vertically, right? So right away, dang. Right away, Terrell is he got Terrell crossed up. Terrell crossed up pretty good right there. Already created a little bit of space, but it's not a quick slant, so they're pushing it 7 yards up the field, or 7 steps, right, before he gets into his transition. Terrell recovers pretty quickly, but you see him pushing it vertically. Seamless transition. Sticks that foot in the ground. Plant that last foot. No extra gather. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just smooth, just like Jerry Rice. Create a little bit of separation right there. Makes it easy for Tua to hit him. Right? I'm not sure if Tua did this on purpose, but it ends up working out pretty well because he throws a little bit behind him and it gives him a little bit of chance to protect his ribs, protect your neck, like Wu-Tang said. Takes a big hit, too. The thing about DeVonta Smith is he's strong and he's extremely physical as well. Just like Jerry Rice, right? Jerry Rice was always extremely strong. He didn't look like he wasn't the biggest guy out there, wasn't built like T.O. and all this, but he had the same type of demeanor, right? And the same type of strength. All right, this time working in the slot. We get to see him run a slant here. We're running at full speed. Boom. Almost morphs, right? Damn near morphs to the ball here. You can see him push this vertical. He's playing in a legit West Coast offense under Steve Sarkisian. So he's playing in the same exact offense that Jerry Rice played in. We can see it run just like Rice. Pushing it vertical. Now look, just kind of a seamless turn. Nothing out of the ordinary. Sharp angles. Ready for action. Now look at this. Ball on the money. But guess what? His strength takes over then, right? He's going to break tackles. It's just what happens. He breaks tackles and nobody's catching this dude. Just like Jerry Rice, right? I think Jerry Rice ran a reported like 4.7 or something like that. He actually played much faster than that if you've watched Jerry Rice. And I think DeVonta Smith, though, he's probably going to run in the 4.4 range. He's just fast, flat out. I wouldn't be surprised if he broke 4.3, high 4.3s or something like that. All right, back working in the slot here. You see him running out route. You see him cut down on distance and time just like Jerry Rice. Ooh, look at the separation created. Separation anxiety at its best. Now check out him working against the safety here. Takes an inside stab and then works it vertical. So my man already, right, off the first stem, he's already done. He's cooked. Now he's in FEMA mode trying to recover, right? Retreating. Now he's up on he's up against it, to say the least. Flawless transition. No seams in it, and then work back towards the ball. Cut down on that time and distance, but it's an empty rep, right? This is a route running study, so he doesn't need to get the ball for us to see the type of route. He created a ton of distance here. All right, tip of the spear here in this twin stack. He's going to be running a post. Flawless transition, man. Flawless transition. I can't stress that enough. No need to telegraph. No need for the histrionics. Push it vertically. Now look at the guy. He's pushing it vertically. Everything looks like this could be just a regular 9 route or something like that. Then look right there. Very subtle. Foot in the ground. Change angles. What's my man doing right here? He already know he's done. He's like, shit. Damn DeVonta Smith. Look at that. I don't even think Tua threw his best ball on this, right? He didn't really lead him upfield. DeVonta Smith had to kind of come back for this one. He had to slow down and gather himself, and he high points it. He's a nasty high pointer, too. There's really no flaws in his game. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say this for real. I honestly think he was the best wide receiver at Alabama last year, and I think overall he was the most talented between the three of Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, and himself, right? You got to put Jalen Waddle in there, too. Jalen Waddle maybe his equal. Jalen Waddle's a monster, too, but DeVonta Smith just has a little bit more height on him, so you can do a little bit more things with him, but not much. Jalen Waddle's a monster, but DeVonta Smith, man, I think he was the most talented, just the most balanced between all three of them. All right, back ISO'd against Derek Stingley here. Oh, yeah, make sure you check out my Derek Stingley versus DeVonta Smith versus battle. I'll have that at the end of the video here. It'll pop up. You can click on that if you haven't seen that yet. Your man DeVonta Smith straight cooked the Rook, right? He cooked that freshman like you wouldn't believe. That was one that'll leave a mark, right? But we know Derek Stingley is the man, so that's one of those like Dion versus Jerry Rice things here. But he cooked him again on this particular one. He's running an over route, and there's a little bit of pass interference by Jacoby Stevens here, and it doesn't matter. But look at the transition. Look at that. Stingley kept running upfield. If it wasn't for him having to clear Jacoby Stevens and with that pass interference there, this would have been even worse. Now look at this. All right, check it out. It's real subtle. Taking on the inside. Looks like it could be a drag route at the beginning. Then he starts pushing it vertically. Stingley doesn't want to get beat vertical again. Right now, here it is right here. All right, going behind the ref actually. Look at that right there. Stingley struggles to me with inside stems, right? So this guy is a stem going to the inside. Look at the separation created. Separation anxiety ensued for young Stingley right there. Kobe Stevens hating over there. That should be pass interference, man. I'm sorry. You can't push that man 100 yards downfield like that and throw kind of late. Tua didn't necessarily lead him. He had to kind of stop for this one as well. But you get the gist of it. Just a smooth route runner, man. He's a smooth criminal, a smooth operator. All right, we're going to go ahead and fold the tent right there. I got to say some of this stuff for DeVonta Smith for yet another content item where he'll be in the biggest versus that someone could be in as a wide receiver in this particular offseason, right? So we'll get that done here sometime soon. But, man, let me know what you think about the comparison in route running between DeVonta Smith and Jerry Rice with those seamless transitions and just the overall smoothness of their game, right? The smooth operator himself, Jerry Rice, the smooth operator, DeVonta Smooth. That's what his name should have been, DeVonta Smooth, because that guy, man, gets in and out of those transitions without any type of telegraphing, just great angles and great understanding of route concepts and the ability to execute those routes within the framework of what he's working with as far as his athletic gifts. And this guy is extremely gifted. This guy's a monster, man. I am so dumbfounded that he doesn't have that much publicity like the other guys on the team. To me, he was the best one, and he's still there. So we'll see what they're working with, right? They're going to be working with, I would imagine, Mac Jones. We saw what Mac Jones could do. I think he can still pile up a ton of production with Mac Jones. And then you got the young freshman there as well. So we should see some really good stuff from DeVonta Smith and Jalen Waddle and perhaps a guy like John Mechie or one of these young guys at Alabama. So Alabama's still loaded with its wide receiver core, and it should be a great year for the Alabama Crimson Tide as well. So we'll see. But let me know what you think about that in the comment section. As always, shout outs to my real football heads. Hashtag real men watch to the end and then comment. So for the people who adhere to that, it's your boy Murf Baldwin, the Underground King, top billing sports, and I am out. Like and subscribe. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.